Welcome back to Dream Life Diaries, where we explore the extraordinary power hidden within ordinary moments. Today, I want to share a story that will remind you why kindness isn't just a nice gesture, it's a life changing force that creates ripples far beyond what we can imagine. This is the story of how one simple act of compassion transformed not just one life, but revealed a universal truth about the world we live in. Picture a humble village where life moves slowly and everyone knows their neighbors. In this village lived a man whose heart was far richer than his wallet. Let's call him David. David worked construction, his hands rough from honest labor, his pockets often empty, but his spirit was abundant. David had a habit that worried his wife, Sarah. Every day, without fail, he would share whatever little they had. A stray dog? He'd give it half his sandwich. A homeless person? His lunch money was theirs. Sarah would shake her head and say, "David, we can barely afford our own groceries. You need to think about us first." But David would always respond the same way. "Sarah, a hungry soul doesn't care about our budget. If we can help, why wouldn't we? The universe has a way of taking care of those who take care of others." One particularly difficult afternoon, bills piling up, refrigerator nearly empty, there was a knock at their door. David opened it to find an elderly man, clearly exhausted, his clothes worn, his eyes weary from travel.
"Excuse me, young man," the stranger said softly. "I haven't eaten in 2 days. Could you spare anything? Even a glass of water would be a blessing."
David didn't hesitate. He invited the man in, gave him water, and then went to check their kitchen. All they had left were 2 pieces of bread, their dinner for the night.
Sarah pulled him aside. "David, that's all we have. We can't give away our last meal. He can ask somewhere else."
But David looked at this stranger, really looked at him. He saw not an inconvenience, but a human being in need.
"Sarah," he said gently, "we'll figure something out for ourselves, but he needs this more than we do right now."
The old man ate gratefully and sat in peaceful silence. When he finally stood to leave, something incredible happened. He reached into his worn bag and pulled out something that caught the light, a beautiful, ornate compass made of silver and brass.
"I want you to have this," the stranger said. "A wealthy family gave this to me last month for helping them, but I've been waiting for the right person to pass it on to. Today, I found that person."
David protested, "Sir, I can't accept this. You don't owe me anything."
The old man smiled knowingly.
"Son, this isn't about owing. This is about the universe recognizing goodness when it sees it. You gave without expecting anything in return. That's rare in this world. Keep this compass, not for its value, but as a reminder that when you stay true to your moral direction, life has a way of guiding you toward abundance. Your kindness today didn't just feed my body, it restored my faith in humanity. And the universe never forgets acts like these."
Friends, this story isn't just about a kind man and a mysterious stranger. It's about a fundamental truth that governs our reality. What we put out into the world comes back to us, often in ways we never expect. That compass? It wasn't just a valuable gift. It became a symbol that transformed David's entire perspective. He realized that his acts of kindness hadn't been depleting his life. They had been enriching it in ways he couldn't measure. The stranger was right. The universe does notice. Every act of compassion creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond our immediate vision. Here's what I want you to understand. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment to be kind. You don't need to have abundance to be generous. You don't need to solve everyone's problems to make a difference. Every single day, you encounter opportunities to change someone's life with the smallest acts of kindness. Listening to someone who feels unheard, helping a neighbor with groceries, smiling at a stranger who looks down, sharing your knowledge with someone learning, simply being present for someone in need. These aren't grand gestures. They're choices. Small, powerful choices that compound over time. When you choose kindness, you're not just helping others, you're transforming yourself. You're becoming the kind of person who attracts positive energy, meaningful relationships, and unexpected opportunities. The universe doesn't keep a ledger, but it does keep a balance. The love you give away comes back to you multiplied. The compassion you show others becomes the compassion you receive when you need it most. David learned that his greatest wealth wasn't in his bank account, it was in his character. And that compass? It guided him not just geographically, but toward a life of purpose, abundance, and deep fulfillment. So here's my challenge for you. This week, perform one act of kindness without expecting anything in return. Not for recognition, not for reward. Just because you can make someone's day a little brighter. Watch what happens. Pay attention to the energy that comes back to you. Notice how it feels to be the person who brings light into someone else's world. Because here's the truth. One act of kindness really can change your life. Not just theirs, yours. Thank you for watching Dream Life Diaries. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Subscribe for more stories that remind us of the incredible power we all have to transform lives, starting with our own. Until next time, remember, the kindness you show today is the abundance you'll experience tomorrow.